All right, welcome to the call, everybody. We just got talking about a few things. House cleaning. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Give it up. Awesome. All right. Thank y'all for being on. And for the rest of you that might be watching in internet land, this is our second call after the biggest event in North American history. Okay. So a little bit of the things that we talked about before we pressed record is we're starting to get into talking about how serious of a business this is. Raise your hand if y'all think this is a serious business. I mean, seriously. Okay. Raise your hand if you like to be talked to like straight talk and like an adult business owner. Or raise your hand if you want everything to be sugar coated and beat around the bush. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, right? Obviously, there's a way to do that. There's a way to do both, right? You can't be so direct that you embarrass people and make people feel ashamed of themselves and disempower people and things like that. Obviously, so you got to throw some disclaimers in there sometimes. A leader in Herbalife, write this down. A leader in Herbalife that is leading an organization, I don't care if it's 1 or 100 or 1,000, is never going to like share with another individual or a team or a group. They're never going to share something that's going to be to another person's detriment. Let me put it that way. They're never going to share like a true, authentic leader that's building their business, somebody that's like actively building their business, right? Leadership. Okay, somebody that's herbalized, somebody that do y'all all want the best for your people? Do you all want your people to succeed? Yes, of course you do. Do all of your people want to succeed? Yes, for the most part. If you ask anybody, everybody's going to say, yes, of course I want to succeed. Yes, of course I want to be successful. If you ask somebody, hey, or do you want to have a really rough and tough go of it? Do you want to have a rough business? And do you want to fail after 1 or 2 years? Who's going to sign up for that program? Who's going to sign up for that program? Nobody wants to fail in anything in life, right? So obviously there's some things like Jim Rohn says, if failures gave seminars, that would be a valuable seminar to go to, wouldn't it? 2-day seminar, how I messed it all up, right? My dog's over here choking. If y'all can hear that, I apologize. Okay. Okay. That's good. And she's going, no, it's not good. So that's a little distracting. Maybe you can go to another room. Okay. Can y'all hear? Nod your head if you can hear that dog choking. Okay, sorry. So I have to have discipline here and not say, zip it, or because the poor thing, she's got a problem. So anyway, you guys got the message on that. So obviously this is a serious business, but I'm telling you, I see the same people making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over. If somebody can't even plug into a video conference once a week, come on, man, come on. You follow me? I mean, so there's little things that Jim Rohn says. There's about a half a dozen. Y'all write this down, by the way. Celeste, I want to see that pen smoking. I'm always looking at you, Celeste, because you're in Terry. All of y'all are so teachable. You just write it down. But Jim Rohn says there's about a half a dozen things or so that make the majority of the difference. Half a dozen. There's about a half a dozen things or so that end up making the majority of the difference in your business. Half a dozen. Not 100, not 200. How many is a half a dozen? Somebody raise their fingers. How many is a half a dozen? Boom. Y'all are so good. Y'all are so good. Y'all knew that. Like you didn't even have to get your calculator. Let me see. What's 12 divided by, right? You didn't have to do that. Right? So there's about a half a dozen things. Okay. Now who completely strained themselves and almost like broke your ankle getting on tonight's call? Nobody. Nobody. If anybody almost broke their ankle, it was me. Because 30 minutes ago, I was kicking the bag. And I was boxing, and I was doing shoulders in the gym. But guess what? I left, and I still ended up leaving late. I tried to leave at 8, but of course I ended up talking to people on the way out too. That's the thing about being Herbalife. You're too friendly sometimes. But I ended up getting on the tollway, and I kicked it up to about, I ain't gonna tell you, but it was in the triple digits, you know, getting home. And I got home on time, 8:15, took the dogs out, scooped the poop, changed into fresh business attire that Brandon would approve of, right? And I logged onto the call at 8:25. Like clockwork. Guess who you can count on to do that every week?
You.
Somebody take a guess. Somebody take it. Oh, you can count on you. You can get. Oh, good answer. That was a trick question. I like that. Yeah, exactly. You can count on you to be on every single week. Now, let me ask you something. If y'all logged on, I mean, think about this for a minute. I'm just sharing a little, this is just things to think about, because these are some philosophies that you can share with your individuals from time to time as well, when the time is right. But can y'all imagine if y'all got on the call tonight, and you know how you log on, and if the moderator is not on yet, you're kind of on hold or whatever. Isn't that how that works on Zoom? And you got to wait till the person, you know, then they click on and then it all comes live. What would y'all do if it's like 8:25, 8:26, 8:27, and still you're on hold, and then 8:28? Here's what you're thinking. You're going any second it's fixing to go live, because he's always on, isn't he? He's just 3 minutes late. Maybe the dog's choking. Maybe he's scooping poop. Maybe he got home late because he doesn't know when to zip it in the gym, you know, because he's talking about the new dark chocolate brownie, and he's talking about the new cookie dough, which I am, and I handed out more samples today of that stuff. You know, I'm out there networking. Cookie dough, right? So 8:28 rolls around. He's not on. 8:29. Oh, he's definitely getting on though. You're not panicking yet, are you? No, he's getting on, because he always gets on. 8:30, 8:31, 8:32. You're still on hold. Oh, that must be a thunderstorm out there in Dallas. He can't get a connection. 8:33, 8:35. Still on hold. Now you're starting to worry. Was he driving in the triple digits and drove into a ditch, wasn't paying attention because he was Instagramming or something? Right? Now you're starting to worry about me. If you have a heart, by the way, and I know you do. Okay. 8:37. Now you're like, uh-oh, something definitely wrong. He might actually be in handcuffs about right now. We're driving too fast. You might be thinking that. 8:40, you're about to give up. You're like, it ain't happening. And now you're like, oh my God. And I was actually early tonight. I actually got on at 8:24. I was going to impress everybody, and now I'm still on hold. Can you guys imagine that scenario? I mean, think about that. Earl, when's the last time that's happened with me?
Yeah, you were just sick one time, and I did the call. It's about a year, 2 years ago. You was sick.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And I did the call. Yeah, that was
there
it.
You go. And I don't even remember that. Okay. But hey, does that happen from time to time? Do you get a migraine headache once in a while? Do you get the flu and your temperature's 105 once in a while, and that's a legit deal? Yeah, about once every 2 years. Right? So anyway, share this with your group. There's a half a dozen things or so, and it's important that if people want to grow their business, that once a week they come together as a team and stay connected. Okay? Y'all think about this for a minute. We always used to have a saying. The initials are WWMD, and that's not Weapons of Mass Destruction, by the way. Okay? It's not WWMD's Weapons of Mass Destruction, any of that. What's WWMD?
What would Mark do?
Oh, what'd you say?
What would Mark Hughes do?
What would Mark do? What would Mark do?
You know,
WWMHD. What would Mark do? Right? So what would Mark do? right? So sometimes, so that's what we were brought up on. What would Mark Hughes do in certain situations about things? Now, this is just general philosophy. We're not even talking about getting on Wednesday Night Call, but we're talking about any type of support that is the glue that helps you guys as leaders, helps you guys expand your mind, helps you guys expand your thought process, helps you guys hone in your disciplines for your work, right? To build your business. I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and y'all said it last week. I think Earl said it last week. This call should be sold out. My computer should be smoking. We just got back from the extravaganza. There were people that were at the extravaganza from Dallas. Where are they right now? Where are they? I don't know. They probably got a legit deal, and they're probably going to watch it on the internet later. But then later ends up being Saturday or Sunday. And then Sunday happens, and then they end up saying, oh, it's too late now. I'll just wait till next week. And then they miss all the information. You guys understand how that works? I'm telling you, and you guys will remember me saying this from the past. The difference between success and failure is subtle. Write it down, man. Write it down. The difference between success and failure is subtle. The little subtle things that you do, Jim Rohn calls it the daily disciplines. The little daily disciplines, day in, day out. The things that you make priority or don't make priority, right? The things that you think are important or not important. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Most everything you do is important. All the little subtle disciplines, they're important. What's the saying? The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So what if you have the discipline or the non-discipline of when it comes to training and support? Think about y'all. Let's think about this. Let's be interactive for a minute. Let's be interactive. That was kind of a good segue because you just raised your hand. But check this out. Let's think about this for a minute. If you could think, let's think about the half a dozen things that make the majority of the difference. And I'm talking about going all the way to president's team or beyond, right? Because this is not it's not when you get to get team, then you got to have some sort of, rocket science degree to figure out how to get to millionaire team. No, the same way you get to get team, you just do it four more times. Get team, then millionaire team is 4 times as much business as get team. And then president's team is another, 2.5 times millionaire team. You just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Go get more, go get more. So let's think about this for a minute. Let's go down the list of the things that are the most important. And they don't have to be in order. It doesn't have to be like the number one thing is the most important and then number 2 is behind that. But we can just list and then we can kind of, we can put them in order. So you don't have to think about what's the most all the way to the least most. But let's think about at least 6 things, which is a half a dozen, that are of utmost importance for people to concentrate on and execute on to build their business. Part-time, full-time, to make money, to be successful. Part-time, full-time. What's one? Give me one.
Use the products.
Thank you. Write it down. Use the products. Okay? And when we say use the products, obviously we all know on here, we use and abuse the products. We already know that. We do. Okay? We're not just like dabbling in the products. We're not just like, oh, let me take a little bite of that. No, before my workout, I ate a cookie dough, an entire cookie dough bar and 3 scoops of Prepare and a lift off inside the Prepare, 5 scoops of CR7 in my bottle. And now I've got the Rebuild Strength with peanut cookie. I'm using the products plus all the tablets and everything else. I'm using the products. Okay, so using the products, use and abuse the products, right? What would be next?
Wear the brand.
Where are the product?
Did somebody say wear the product?
Yes.
Wear the brand.
Well, sometimes I wear the product, I miss my mouth and I pour it all over me.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like,
Right,
yeah, I do that.
exactly. Yeah. Celeste's like us, right? She does the same thing. Whoop. Oops.
Like, that's true.
Or you shake it and the top isn't on and you're like, oh, wow, okay, all
That was
right.
a good answer.
All right. Yeah, wear the products. That's good. Use the products, wear the products.
Mhm.
That's good. Wear the products and the brand. Exactly. So wear the brand. Now, wearing the brand. Have you seen some people, there's wearing the brand and then there's wearing the brand. You guys know the difference, right? There's wearing the brand and then there's wearing the brand. What's the difference in wearing the brand but then the other wearing the brand? What's the difference? Y'all have seen the difference before, haven't you? Wearing the
Yes.
brand. Okay.
New person.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Wait, what?
there's a
I
couple.
didn't hear Brandon. I didn't hear Brandon. What you
Exactly.
said?
Brandon, what'd you say?
Glenn, new person. Like
You're
a
breaking
new
up.
distributor, a new distributor, and then Glenn.
Did y'all catch that? You were
No.
breaking up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brandon. You were breaking up.
Somebody else repeat what he said. It sounded good.
He said a new distributor and then Glenn. That's the extreme difference.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So, I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, a person, they can wear a shirt, right? They can have it on the shirt, or they can wear a shirt and a button, or they can wear the shirt and the pants. Both shirt and pants are branded. Of course, my shorts and shirt is branded at the gym. Plus, my hat is branded that I wear at the gym. Plus, my bag, every single bag I have is branded. Plus, every single thing that I drink from is branded. Every one of them. That they're different. You know, they're different. I just got a new bottle. They sent me one for my birthday, a new special edition bottle. You know, so every single bottle that you drink from is branded. I mean, everything's just branded. Your car is branded. Your car is branded. I mean, every single thing, you need to kind of go down and check the list on, you know, whether you're open for business or not 24/7. Is your store open for business 24/7? Is your, and even your store could be your Instagram and Facebook account, because that's like your presence, your store. That's where you're creating a presence. Because people, even though they might not be liking posts, I was talking to CJ about this last night in the gym. People are still watching. People are still watching. They're still watching. They're on the sidelines watching, right? So using the products, wearing the products, if you spill them on yourself, and wearing the brand. But also, I'm going to tell you one thing, wearing the brand, try to get some things that are attractive. I mean, Sam and Morgan and Alcy and Trey and all them, they obviously next level with their getting things branded and all these cool hats and everything. There's so many places you can get a brand yourself, or there's that, I posted that thing on our NCL site today about that TR3, whatever that thing is on Instagram. They do all sorts of like shirts, pants, like the what do they call those for women that they wear in the gym? Those what are they called?
Yoga pants.
Yeah, like yoga pants or whatever you call them. Okay. Brandon,
They all jackets.
Brandon's over there laughing. Okay. Hats. Oh, they got bags. I mean, just everything needs to have Herbalife on it, baby. Hey, I was at the front desk last night. We got all these new people working. Earl and CJ and Brandon and some other people. Brandon Bisco came to the gym. And I went downstairs, and there's a new guy at the front desk, and he's a 21-year-old dude. He goes to UNT. So guess whose story I started telling him? I started telling him Brandon the story. And then I told him about Brandon's girlfriend just signed up in the business, and they're both jacked. I was saying, Brandon, I was talking about you. I said, Brandon's got shoulders like that wide. Like that wide. Oh, hold on. Let me catch that. Okay, good. He's got like that wide shoulders. Okay. Y'all catch that?
Nice.
And so I'm at the front desk, and this guy goes, hey, dude, so when you going to hook me up with some of this Herbalife stuff? Like an Herbalife plan. And you know what my response was? Can anybody guess what my response was? No, you can't. Here's what I said. He said, hey, when you going to hook me up with some of this Herbalife stuff? Or when you going to talk to me about Herbalife? I said, as soon as you ask. And I smiled at him. And he says, come on, man, let's go. Talk to me. Talk to me. So anyway, we exchanged numbers and whatever, and then I gave him a cookie dough. I said, here, chew on that for a minute. You know, we were, by that time we were closing, you know, but he's all interested in it. Why is he interested? Because whatever I'm doing there, I'm whether it's my personality, my energy level, my friendliness, or the brand that I'm always wearing, it catches people's attention. Does it catch their attention the first day and then they become a customer? Not necessarily. You're warming up your market. You're warming up your market. You're warming up your market. And sometimes you got to warm up your market also with just who you are as a brand. Like you're the brand too. You're the brand. So you're the one that brings personality to Herbalife, the brand. If they like you, then then you're one step closer to them liking Herbalife. If you're all decked out in Herbalife, but you got the bee face going on in the gym, you know what I'm talking about. Some people walk into the gym and I had to tell a girl today, she walked in the gym with her daughter. She's a girlfriend of a bodybuilder friend of mine. She walked in the gym and I said, hey, turn that upside down. She says, move it this way. Because she didn't realize, she came in like, and you know how people, they're just like focused. They're like I guess they're trying to get mentally, but she just came in completely. I'm going, turn that upside down. Because I was in a good mood. I was on the juice, man. I was going, come on, baby. Come on, smile. It ain't so bad. So the point is when we're wearing the brand, you also got to wear your personality. Your personality's got to be attractive because because you are the brand. Okay? So use the products, wear the brand, and when you're wearing the brand, wear attractive stuff. I told Earl last night about his hat that looks like it's been run over by an 18-wheeler about 14 times. I said, it's time for a new hat. Time for a new hat. It's time for a new look. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I know. So he's going to get with Sam and Trey and them and see if he can get hooked up with some new lids. All right? What's the third thing? Use, wear.
Talk about it.
Talk. Now, how you talk about Herbalife, there's lots of different ways to talk about Herbalife, isn't there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what I heard from somebody at the gym? Me and Earl been working on this guy. Been working on him. This guy's a real analytical guy. And then he's like really resistant to stuff. And he's like, but we're real friendly with him in the gym and stuff, but he's just resistant to Herbalife in general, but he's still broke. He's a broke trainer. And then we're just like, and then he finally opens up and he tells us about this other guy that he knows that's a personal trainer. He's a millionaire team member in Herbalife. And every time he sees the guy, all the guy is talking about is Herbalife, doesn't even act. It's almost like the guy doesn't even act. He probably does, but this guy's perception is the guy doesn't even have a human relationship with me. He doesn't even ask me how I'm doing before he starts talking about, dude, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And it's a complete freaking turnoff. So now what that dude does is he muddies the water for me and Earl when me and Earl are talking to him about Herbalife. Because now the guy's already got a bad taste in his mouth and he's running for the hills. So, but the guy told me, he said, but you and Earl don't do it that way. You and Earl are cool. You and Earl are cool about it. You ain't like shoving it down people's throats and stuff like that. So there's a way to talk about it and there's a way to talk about it. So y'all got to figure out your own approach, your own style, right? Because everybody's got a different style, right? Everybody's got a different personality, okay? You got to figure out how to develop the relationships. And I guess the biggest thing is just work on getting them liking you, because if they like you, then they're going to be so much closer to being receptive to whatever you got to say about whatever you're going to be talking about in the first place about the products. Does that make sense? So y'all just always remember, thank you. Or love on people. It's about relationships, relationship building. Hey, how are you doing today? I mean, take 30 seconds. I mean, how are you doing today? I mean, but really, how you doing? Is everything good? Awesome, dude. How your workouts going? Oh, fantastic. Or I ask people that today, how your workouts going? And they're like, oh, geez, I'm just so tired. Oh, I'm just, just so stressed out. I just don't have any energy. And you're going, oh, I understand. You had a long day at work? Yeah. And then they start opening up to it. And it's like authentic though. You're not like trying to manipulate them. You're like finding out about them. You're finding out about what's going on. Hey, how are your workouts and stuff? No, well, they say, well, they've not been too good lately. I've been too tired. I ain't got no energy, this, that, and everything else. And then you'll really start finding out about people. And then you might be after about the 7th or 8th question. Remember, all your answers are 3, 4, 5, 6 questions deep. And then you know how to kind of navigate the conversation. But then maybe about I've asked 5, 6, 7 questions with people, develop relationships, and then they start telling me how tired they are and they ain't got no energy. And if I could only lose 30 pounds, and there's my in. And then I'm like, well, dude, I don't know if you know this, but that's what I do. I help people lose weight. I help people get in shape. I help people get their nutrition right. I help people with energy. I help people with health problems. And as a matter of fact, I got this dude, Earl. He lost 50 pounds, 7 inches off his waist, got off his high blood pressure medication. Look at his before and after picture. It's unbelievable. It's freaking crazy. And do you guys realize what I just did? Or also what I just didn't do? Did you hear me mention Herbalife?
Oh, by the way,
Did you hear me even mention Herbalife?
No.
I didn't even mention it. I'm already wearing it. I'm already holding the bottle. My bag says Herbalife International President's Team member, and I always make sure it's like there, or like my billboard, right? I don't need to say I'm an Herbalife distributor in my first sentence. I need to tell them who I am and what I do after I have that, in. Okay? I just sold $150 of products today. He ordered off the website by doing that. And that was at the pool. Okay? And then on my way home, then I got another message. I'm going to post this on NCL later because I know y'all get these messages too, but I love getting these messages. I got a message. Let me see if y'all can see that. That was just when I walked out of the gym. Can y'all read that?
Yep.
It's backwards on mine. Hey, buddy, can I get an Herbalife Prepare and Lift Off? Okay. And guess what? This is a guy from my old gym that hasn't ordered from me in 6 months. But this is also because I reached out to him at the end of the month of July. Keep track of this. It's the 8th of August. I reached out on him a couple days at the end of the month of July, letting him know, hey, buddy, if there's anything that you need, I'm still here. Hope all is well, whatever. And then he texted me back like a day later, yeah, I'm going to be needing some stuff. Yeah, I'll hit you up. And now what? 9-10 days later, he hits me up. That's from my old gym that I don't even go to anymore, right? And so what's the old thing? You get paid today for the things that you did yesterday. You get paid this week for the things you put in place last week. So just planting seeds. I tell you, I got so excited about seeing that text when I got in my car. It's the little things, the little subtle things that you do. But guess what? 10 days ago, I didn't have to send him a text message. By the way, in that text message, I said, hey, brother, I hope everything's good. Hope you're doing well. I'm still over at Cowboys Fit, but if there's anything I can ever do for you, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Just let them know that you still exist, whatever. Okay? So use where talk. So what we're talking about, oh, sorry, Earl, I'm coming to you. So what we're talking about here, there's a way to talk and there's a way to talk. And disclaimer, I'm not saying the way I talk is the way that you need to talk. It's everybody talks different. Jorge talks different. Disney talks different. Piney talks different. Garen talks different. Earl talks different. Brian Holyfield talks different. Everybody talks different, so that means it all works. If everybody had to talk like Garen, well, then count a lot of us out. If we all had to dance like Garen and sing like Garen, well, guess what? Count me out. You know what I mean? I am working on my footwork, but it's going to take a minute. Okay? So there's a way to talk and there's a way to talk. Just work on those relationships and and building that stuff. Earl, go.
Hey, I want to touch back on what you was the very beginning of the call, because this is so key about showing up on the call. And that all comes from the mindset of how we see ourselves. How we see ourselves is very important. How indicating how we show up to anything, how we present ourselves to the marketplace, how we present ourselves to prospects, how we present ourselves to our sidelines, how we present ourselves to our current and future downline. That's extremely important. If we see ourselves as a lowly distributor, 9 times out of 10, we're going to be on the calls late. We are going to be on the calls or showing up to meetings late. Or we're going to show up to the call thinking that we're not seen, we're not important.
Right.
Huge transition for me in the business. And sometimes I still need tweaking and guidelines along the way myself.
Yep.
I'm preaching to the choir. Okay. So there are times where you feel like you may catch yourself stepping back, showing up on calls late, and you realize, you know what, hold up. If I was a press team member, as a press team member, you don't show up on a call late. As a press team member, I'm being seen. When I'm posting on Facebook, I'm posting as a press team member. That's how I'm posting. How we see ourselves is not how there's a difference. Okay. I am going to get there one day. I am going to get there one day. If you keep seeing yourself as I'm going to get there one day, that's the state you will always be in.
Mm.
I'll repeat that. If you keep saying, oh, I'm trying to get there, I'm trying to get there, I'm just trying to see what happens with this. No. Read your success books. Disney and Jorge spoke on this. They kept it so simple at Extravaganza. The only thing that they direct their team to is two speakers. That's Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes. They don't direct people to nobody else. Those people are the source of and the heartbeat of our company. And anytime you listen to those guys speak, they talked about you need to see yourself at that level now, because that's how you will present yourself to everyone you speak to. That's how you will post on Facebook. That's how you will take your products. All that matters on how you see yourself. It's very key. So all those small nuggets that Glenn is talking about, that's the type of way you have to see yourself. Another thing is being on video. Okay. I didn't used to be on video, for example, when I first started the business. I think I was probably the second cut of active supervisor. I wasn't always on video. I would always say I'm trying to travel coming from the gym. I come from a class on my way here. But I was like, hey, the call doesn't start unless I'm there. That's a huge shift, and it's a small shift in the mindset, but it's a huge change. That's one of the half a dozen things that we need to change. Mm-hmm. It's not about just showing up to be on the call early. Seeing yourself as the leader of your organization and coming on as if you have and not as if you have an organization. You have an organization, not as if you have an organization. Speak what you have. Believe in what you have. Know what you have. And that's how you will show up to anybody. That's how you will show up, most importantly, for yourself. And that's how you will change the lives of others without having to force, quote unquote, force or sell to them. Okay? I'll give another example of two of my frontline supervisors that I have in my organization. I have a good bit of supervisors, so you have to scroll through to figure out which one they are. All right. So 2 of my frontlines who've been with me for a while. Okay. I have one girl who, most of them female, by the way. So I have one girl. So that way I broke it down. But I have one girl been with me for a long time, and she would not listen to me about the products. She's a supervisor. About taking the products properly. All right. And this is about her health. And I said, listen, you look at my body, not sexually. Right? So, you know what I mean? Look at my body. Because this person is seeing a change in my body. Right? Behind that physical is low blood pressure, normal blood pressure, low blood sugar, normal cholesterol, All those 3 different things, and they've been consistent for the past 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past 2.5 years, I've been on these products, consistently use and abuse the products. This person told me all they can need to do is 2 shakes a day, and that's it. Glenn just talked about this last on NCL.
Yeah.
I say, look, we have the products. Look at me. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. This is based on a relationship. Glenn just mentioned we all talk to people differently. I spoke to this person with love and care to let them know. But guess what this person told me? Earl, you going to the warehouse? Tell me about that little cholesterol. Tell me about the cholesterol. Tell me about Herbalife line. Tell me about Nightworks.
Yep.
Now it gets to the point where, but because I presented myself as a President's team member who knows what he's talking about, confident in what he's talking about, confident as a person who knows his life has changed, and confident that this person's life can change as well. Now, it's not I'm forcing this person. I am being a leader for this person.
Right.
Directing this person. So these small things and showing up for the calls and all that kind of stuff, every single thing matters.
Mm.
Very important, guys. All right? So that's all I want to say on that. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you very much. Everybody acknowledge Earl for that. Very well said. And I remember in the very beginning when Earl was, because it's, hey, man, people got legit stuff. To them, it's legit, right? I learned a long time ago, people do things because that's what makes sense to them. So it's not like people are wrong for doing it, but there are ways and there are ways to build your business, right? Please tell me who's out there building a business without training and support. Tell me, what business are you going to build that you don't have a training and support structure to show up to for people to pour into you? Not just teaching and training, teach, train, but support, inspiration, leadership, tell you if you're on track, or also tell you if you're off track, because both are important. If you're on track, is it important for somebody to tell you you're on track? Yeah. People need encouragement. Do y'all need encouragement? I don't need any, but do y'all? I don't need any encouragement, but do y'all? Does anybody on here need encouragement? Not me. I don't need any at all, but y'all do, right? I'm being sarcastic. We all need encouragement.
We all do.
We all do. I don't care. Is there an age cutoff where it's like, no, that person don't need encouragement anymore? No, we all need encouragement. We all need to be told in an authentic way that, hey, man, you're doing a great job. Hey, I appreciate what you've been doing. I hear that all the time from my thoughtful people that take a minute. And a lot of y'all have. Y'all have told me before. You text me, hey, I just want to let you know I really, really appreciate what you do for me, for us, for whoever. And it's random too. I'm like, wow, that made me feel good. Makes a person feel good. You know what I'm saying? But also, people need to know if they're off track. And that's called leadership. But there's also a way to do it to where you don't shatter the person. You don't want to break the person in half. This is not the military. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are emotional creatures and sensitive. So you can't break them in half. So you do have to learn how to communicate with eloquence, even when you might have to reprimand them just a little touch. So you might have to use several disclaimers and tell them how much you love them before you drop the bomb. Mark Hughes he was really good had such charm where he could really like, wham, he can hit you, slap you down, but then pick you up, dust you off, and make you feel like $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, I know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. But listen, this is not going to work. You're off track. Come on, you got to get back to what you're good at. You got to get back to the basics. You got to go to work. You got to go to work 4 measly months. You got to go to work. It's worth it. You're better than this, right? So there's a way to do it. Let people know if they're off track, but also make them feel like $1 million at the same time. Don't make them cry and they get off the call and they hate you and they need to see a therapist just because you made them feel so bad. That ain't gonna work. So y'all do have to, leadership. It's like a a balance, a tightrope act when you're dealing with other human beings. You don't know what people are going through.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you the people that I've talked to in the gym that are going through breakups and through marriage counseling and therapy, and for real. You find out things when you start talking to people and asking questions about their life, and they start opening up. It's like, oh, wow. Puts things into perspective. There's a lot of things going on right now out there, right? So you just kind of got to approach conversations like that, and approach conversations like, you know, if somebody is off track and you recognize that, well, there's probably a reason that they're off track, right? And probably that reason makes sense to them. There's probably a reason they missed the call. There's a reason they missed the STS. There's a reason they didn't go to the extravaganza. There's a reason people at the extravaganza on Saturday that 2/3 of the audience left before 6 o'clock, and they missed all of Jorge's team on stage. And then Alan had to reprimand them and tell them, don't ever do that again. We forgive you, but don't do it again, because you ain't going to build your business that way. And I felt so good when he was saying that the next morning, because me and Michael Burton and Dante Andre were all sitting together Sunday morning, and then we looked at each other and we were like, we were still there. We were still there. We were there till the end, right?
Glenn, I think most of us just, as leaders, didn't want to say it to anybody, and he said it for us. And I was like,
oh,
hey.
but did you see how well he said it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Firmness, and it was just like,
can we learn from that? How well he said it, his tone. He didn't make people feel like dog. He didn't make people.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Adjective.
Carrie's like, hold on. Yeah, exactly. He didn't make people feel bad. He did it in such a good way, but he also said, don't ever do it again. We forgive you. You probably didn't know any better, you know? And probably some of the people, hey, maybe some of the people were dehydrated and friggin', you know, at least had to be 2 people that got dizzy and threw up, you know, that had a legitimate excuse. But then some other people, maybe they just, yeah, exactly. I heard about Terry. You
I had to leave. I had to go to the walk-in clinic.
I know. I mean, don't ever do it again, but anyway.
I'm not,
Don't go there.
Don't you ever do that again, Terry. Yeah, I heard about that deal. So there's some things, but, you know. So anyway, so let's get back to it. So thank you very much, Earl. So use, where, talk. There's a way to talk, and there's a way to talk. So we do have to learn leadership. We do have to learn delivery. We do have to learn tonality, the tone in your voice. I've had to learn that. I got a deep voice. So the little old lady from the South, I got to turn on my little Southern Texas charm when I'm talking to the little old lady from the South. But if I'm talking to Bruno from New York, then I can kind of amp it up a little bit. You guys got me? Or if I'm talking to some, you know, jacked up dude in the gym, I can amp it up a little bit. Okay? So, and Anthony Robbins talks about mirror and matching. You kind of want to mirror and match other people's energy and their personality. If they're real shy and stuff like that, then I'm going to be too forceful. I'm too much for them. So I got to like tone it back. I got to step back a little bit. Even though I've had prepare and lift off, I still got to like, okay, calm down. Whew, calm down. That's too much for this person. All right. That's 3. Can everybody, I've got number 4 written down, but I hope somebody can guess number 4. We've used, where, talk. What would be, this is, remember, reminding y'all the half a dozen things that make the majority of the difference in your business. What's number 4? Somebody please guess.
I was going to say it's consistency in your daily
Repeat.
meditation. I don't know if that's before.
Well, no, that's on the list for sure. Hold on. Write it down. I'm gonna like, just in my mind, I'm gonna prioritize them. If I'm wrong, then y'all let me know. But what did you say? Consistency
in our daily method of operation.
DMO.
Right.
Beautiful.
DMO.
Good.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, that's on the list. That's on the list, but I'm gonna put that into number 6 on the list, because I've got plan of action as number 6. I've got lead from the front, plan of action, and of course plan of action is the daily method of operation action, right? A DMO, action, an action plan, but then doing an action plan consistently. But if y'all don't mind, I'll put that as number 6. All of these are important, right? But tell me what number 4 is. We've got use,
Staying
where, talk,
plugged in.
half a dozen things that make the majority of the difference.
Results.
Staying plugged in.
Plugged into what?
A support structure.
Huh?
Support structure.
Very good. And what else? Plugged into support and
This is not a trick question.
no, it's
This is-
not. Don't overthink it. Support and
Event.
something and support. Something and support. Starts with
Activity.
a T. It's so easy. Something and
Training,
support.
Training.
Thank you.
training,
Oh, trick.
Training and support. It's so easy.
training.
Thank you. Yes, training. Training and support. If you get a job in a career that you've never been in before, or maybe you've dabbled in it before, or maybe you're interested in it, or whatever, and the career's gonna pay you $10,000 a month after your first year, after your first 18 months. Hey, stop. My cat's tearing up the carpet. Okay. And they're gonna pay you $10,000 a month after your first year, and just consider your first year, being an apprentice and just learning everything and developing your leadership and your skills and everything else. Then don't you think that the first year is going to involve quite a bit of training and support? Training. You need to be trained on what to do, what not to do. And is it a 1-class training, 2-class training? People go to college for 4 years to get just a basic general degree in something that a majority of people don't even use. Of course, they got the degree, and then when they go get a job in a field that's not even what they studied, at least they can say, yeah, I went to 4 years and I got a degree. Okay? But that's called, they're getting trained, they're getting educated. So number 4, I would say training, education, and support. When the extravaganza, was it about training, education, and support? Yes. When Dr. Heber comes out, is it about training, education, and support? Yes. When Jorge or Disney, when anybody trains, is it about training, education, and support? Yes. Is it about inspiration? Yes. Do we need to be inspired? Yes. Are you inspired? Yes. Did you go to the extravaganza and get inspired? Yes. Are you, after this call, are you going to be inspired? I guarantee you'll be more than inspired than if you didn't get on it. That make sense? Of course you will. So training, education, support, and inspiration. That's number 4. Number 5, who can get, now I'm going to just tell you what number 6 is. Number 6 is a plan of action and a daily method of operation and being consistent inside of that. But what's number 5, do you think?
Personal development.
Oh, thank you, Brandon.
It's like a nice pocket right there.
He learned his lesson. He didn't overthink it. It was right in front of him. He could taste it. You win. Personal development. Personal development. What is personal development? Think about it. What do y'all think personal development is?
Anything and everything. Almost. Anything that's going to improve your growth. Could be anywhere from mind, body, and spirit.
I want a scientific 2-word answer. What's personal development? It's a 3-word answer. It's so easy. You're going to hate me when I tell you.
Well, you got to do that. I had 2 words.
Give me a scientific answer.
Developing yourself.
You're close. You're so close. I'm just going to, you want one more guess?
No. I just want you to say it. Say it to us straight.
Just give me the answer. Just give it. Okay. Personal development is simply developing the person.
Why you gotta do that?
So from now on, when I ask you questions, you're gonna like, okay, I'm just gonna take that last word and flip it with the first word.
It's like Yoda.
It's development of the person, or developing the person. Developing the person. Okay? Personal development, developing the person. You have to develop yourself, right? You'd have to develop your mind where you're impenetrable from the outside forces out there. Life is going to happen. Things are going to happen. But when it comes to business, making money, and supporting others, you got to know when to flip that light switch on. There's a switch. You got to know when to switch it on. You got to know when to switch it off. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful dog.
Really?
I'm such a softie when it comes to dogs. Look at that.
Not mine.
It's not your dog?
Babysitting.
Oh, it's precious. Let's see the eyes. Let's see the eyes always get, oh, look at that. That's cute. Girl or boy?
Girl.
Girl, what's the name?
Uh,
You don't even know.
I love it.
Matt, you got
Check for a name tag.
about the dogs that you're babysitting.
Annie's her name.
What is it?
Annie.
Annie. Okay. I was going to say, you got to find out more about the dogs you're babysitting. Yeah.
Most wear a name tag.
I
So
keep
develop-
thinking about my dog.
yeah.
That isn't here anymore.
Oh, I got you. So anyway, developing the person. Personal development, man. Personal development. How many times have y'all heard that when you go to extravaganzas or STSs or hear that from, any leader in the company, whether it's Get Team, Millionaire Team, President's Team, World Team, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's teaching or whatever. Personal development, And when I see, Fit Couple or Pioneer or any of those, I'm always seeing them watching Jim Rohn and Mark Hughes online. Okay. And the thing is, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. So you got to develop that discipline of personal development and incorporate it into your life. Here's where personal development comes into play. This happened to me tonight. And this is when it doesn't, it's like a new distributor would be like, they would handle it so different than the way that I handled it. So I'm in the lobby area. Y'all pay attention now. This is a funny story, by the way. I'm in the lobby area, and there's this girl that works at Cowboys Fit, but she hadn't been there in like a month and a half. I didn't even know she worked there anymore because there's been so much turnover. Anyway, I saw her, so she came over to the table. I'm drinking my pre-workout. I'm eating my cookie dough bar. And then I go, so whatever happened, and I go, oh man, this is the new chocolate chip cookie dough bar. 20 grams of protein, 230 calories. It's fantastic. Oh my goodness. And she goes, does it have almonds in it? That's what she said. No, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Look at Terry already. Terry's like, oh God. She goes, does it have almonds in it? I go, it's a chocolate chip cookie dough bar. I know, but does it have almonds in it? Here's what I said. It's chocolate chip cookie dough. But I know, but does it have almonds in it? I mean, does it have almonds? And because they usually have almonds and, like what's in it? I go, chocolate chip cookie dough. That's what's in it. But I know, but like, what's the ingredients? I go, chocolate chip cookie dough. That's what it is. And I'm chewing on it, I'm chewing on it as we speak. I take another bite and I go, oh my God, it's so good. Right? And then she goes, I don't like chocolate chips. I go, no problem. I go, we also got dark chocolate brownie. No, this is a girl I'm talking to. I go, for sure. I'm going to get her on this one. For sure. What girl do you say or what is it? What's it called? Dark chocolate brownie? What? Dark chocolate brownie. I go, but no problem. I go, we've also got dark chocolate brownie. Oh, I don't like chocolate or brownies. And I got to tell y'all this just for the punchline. I said, you're shit out of luck then.
That was the mailman that called it.
Yep, the way it goes.
And then I smiled at her. Sorry, Celeste. That's what I said. You know what I mean? Does it have almonds in it? What's the ingredient? I got a brand new chocolate chip cookie dough bar, and you're sitting here drilling me about the ingredients.
You
And
are
then,
patient enough.
then you don't like that, and you don't like dark chocolate brownie. So I said, your ass out of luck.
Mm.
So you guys see that, but with, and she laughed, of course, but it's like with such confidence. It's such confidence, and I really don't care if you take one of my samples that's going to cost me $3 to give to you, so you can sit here and complain about what are the ingredients. What are you, some type of ingredient guru? Give me a freaking break. Don't waste my time. That's in my head. So there's a posture that you guys got to have about yourself, and then also have fun with it. Chocolate chip cookie dough, dark chocolate brownie. You don't like either of those? Bye-bye. I can't
Well,
help you.
because the thing
Can't
is,
help you.
with somebody like that, you know that you already know that you're not going to get them
Exactly.
because
I'm like, seriously?
they're already looking.
But these people,
for a
they
problem.
just come with the, I'm like, she's saying this stuff, and I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I don't even believe what I'm hearing. And I'm just having fun with it. So what I will tell y'all is have fun when you're out there pitching your stuff. And when you're talking about your stuff. What's in it? Well, hold on a minute. Let me get my glasses and read the ingredients to you. And then I read all the ingredients, and then she tells me she doesn't like chocolate chip cookie dough. Oh, I ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna suck me into that conversation. You guys know how many times people at the gym, I'm gonna tell you, I come down to the front, random, come down to the front, whatever, people at the front desk, hey, so, and can you tell me, like, you know, like, what's the biggest difference, like, between, like, Herbalife and Advocare? Can anybody guess what my answer is?
I don't know.
I go,
I can only tell you about Herbalife.
let me tell you, here's what I say. I go, I have no clue. I have no clue about Herbalife or Advocare. I go, I'm not even getting into that conversation.
Mm.
Now, I have expanded before, and I said, that's almost like you guys trying to compare Cowboys Fit and 24-hour fitness. I mean, it's just a waste of time. I says, I got to go back up and work out. You guys understand? But not with arrogance. There's a difference. Not with arrogance. I smile. I make a little joke. But I'm standing my ground. You are not going to suck me in to those ridiculous, energy-sucking, time-wasting, ridiculous, no going nowhere conversations. Because those conversations are going nowhere. They're going nowhere. Well, let's explain the difference between liftoff and spark. I have no idea what Spark is. I know that that's their product that they, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I going to get sucked into that conversation? So I say, I'm not even going to talk about that. Now, guess what? I talked to a vegan last week. A vegan. Oh, those vegans, they're special. With love. I mean that with love, in case y'all are vegans. But you know the vegans. I mean, they're vegan one day, but the next day they're not. And then they're a vegan again, and then they're not. They're always like, I mean, because I know people that are like that. They're totally on the vegan deal, and then they're on the keto deal, and then they're back to on the no deal ice cream deal or whatever. There's always a new deal. But the vegans, do you have anything that's plant-based? I go, yeah, we do. We have the pea and sesame protein. Of course, soy protein isolate is plant-based. We got, and it's the best tasting shakes on the planet. I know, but does it have this in it? Does it have this? I go, listen, it's the best tasting on the planet. I says, I'm not even going to get into those conversations. You want to taste it, great. You know, yeah, but soy, I don't want to do soy because how it messes with the estrogen. I go, let me tell you something. That's a myth. I go, that's a myth. And guess what? I'm not even going to have that conversation. I'm not even going to have that conversation. You understand? If y'all want to go have that conversation with people about soy and estrogen and that whole thing, good luck, because you ain't selling the Formula One to them anyway. I'm not having that conversation. And I told them that. I'm not even going to have that conversation. It's ridiculous. I said, if you want to try this stuff, great. I'll be happy to give you some samples. You can try this stuff. It's the best tasting stuff on the market. And, besides that, we can change the subject. But I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you about soy and estrogen and all this other nonsense. You guys got it? So, again, with love, it's just a certain posture. You don't have to be all scientific and be Dr. Heber and get into because sometimes questions, they'll come up with some things and they'll say some things and throw you off, and then you'll get sucked into this rabbit hole that you wish you could get out of after you're already in it too deep. So I just choose not to even get in. By the way, I used to get sucked into the conversations, and that's why I don't get sucked in anymore, because I've learned my lesson.
Hey, I mean, I got.
What'd you say? What'd you
No,
say?
I want to touch on this topic because Celeste is on this call. So because she's living proof of that type of deal. Because when I first started, Celeste came to Frisco Fit Nutrition a while back or whatever, and I sent her a message. I still got the message, Celeste, and I looked it up, and I had invited her to try like a 3-day trial or something like that, and she was just like, well, Evacare, and she literally asked me like right before she joined, what's the difference between why should I do why should I do Herbalife instead of Advocare? She could look it up. Go look in our messages. She could verify this. And I told her, same thing Glenn just said. I don't know. All I know is what I do. This is what I've lost. And she's seen some stories of a lot of people that I've helped, on our team. And I mentioned those stories. This is what we do. Not Advocare, I apologize.
Who cares?
Don't matter. But XYZ company. XYZ company, right? It's another company.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's the same subject matter.
Exactly.
And a lot of people get caught up in, and I'm glad you touched on this because this is a really good training to talk about. And this goes back to the beginning, what I brought up as well, and what Glenn was talking about, knowing who you are.
Yeah. Thank you.
Knowing who you are, right? And knowing what you represent, right? And that's what Extravaganza was all about. To get an opportunity to know how big this company is.
Yeah.
Know how many lives are changing. Now, when the doctors came out to talk, it wasn't about us to take that information and be all, talk about the 16 labs and all that kind of stuff we have and out there in North Carolina. I could get into that conversation if I want to. It's not about that. It's just for you to internally have the confidence,
right,
knowing you're part of the greatest nutrition company in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you speak to these people, you just talk. All at the end of the day, we'll make it simple. Celeste, all I knew Celeste wanted was a result. Period. Now, she wanted to be technical, great. I'm not the guy to help her with that. I'm not the guy. I don't know all that science. All right, we got scientists. Look through the book. We got a bunch of them. They can fill a whole Extravaganza stage with scientists. All the backing we have. I know that. But the thing is, I know the lives that's been changed. I know about CJ. You know what I'm saying? I know about Brandon Biscoe. Brandon Biscoe, Brandon Kingho. I got a bunch of Brandons, right? I know about Morgan, right? You know what I'm saying? I know about all these people. I know about Terrence, So I know about all these people, and I should share these stories. At the end of the day, people don't care how the doorknob works. They just want the sucker to open.
Right.
That's it. Keep that in mind when we talk to people. That's just people say stuff like that because they don't know what to say.
Exactly.
That's it. Keep that in mind. But never lose your cool about that. Never lose. And by the way, and I've seen Glenn, what Glenn's talking about, these conversations, Glenn, I see Glenn have these conversations with people at Cowboys Fit. And what he's describing, he's just joking with them. Everybody's in a good mood. They're laughing. So it's not like when he said SOL, it's not like they're like, they realize it's a whole joking mode environment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure nobody think that's, he's being mean, and that's not the case.
Right.
I've visually seen him do this. So, but you just let people know this is what we do. These are some stories. I don't know about all that, but this is easy. I don't know about that. But what I do know, CJ, like Glenn, when we were at the Cowboys Fit yesterday, Glenn pointed to CJ. Hey, CJ, how much you lost? CJ bust out 20-something pounds.
Right.
How much you lost? 50-something pounds. His whole team, like 5 or 6 members of his team, was in the gym last night. You know? So that just go. I mean, it's just like you can argue and go back and forth. We didn't have to be there for that. He could have pulled up pictures on his phone. I'm just saying that for people, when you guys get in conversations, or we get in conversations, just share the stories. Listen to Mark Hughes. Listen to Mark Hughes. He just talks about the stories. He doesn't get into he knew all that stuff. He knew the ingredients. But when we talk to people, keep it simple, fun, and magical.
Right.
Simple, fun, and magical. And that's all we're doing. Let's keep it simple, because we don't want to get in people's own way for them changing their own life. And they're going to come along.
Yeah.
Because if I would have gotten to that conversation with Celeste, she wouldn't be a supervisor today.
Exactly.
Right? Now she has Get Team as our profile picture. Let's get it. So let's go, man.
Hey, I love what you just, and we'll end here in a minute because I'm looking at the clock, but hey, I love what you just said, because people they're just asking questions like they aren't pre-planned questions. They're just like questions off the top of their head because they ain't got nothing else to say and they're nervous. So they start asking questions and they're like, for us, they're like stupid questions. I mean, not really, but no question stupid, but you guys got me. They're like, sometimes they're like, what? Like the almond. It's got almonds in it? No, chocolate chip cookie dough. No, I know that, but has it got almonds in it? It's chocolate chip cookie dough. If it had almonds in it, it would be called almond chip cookie dough.
If she's around long enough, she's going to be on this call in about 2 or 3 months.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch.
So the thing is just because they ask a dumb question doesn't mean that you need to get into a dumb conversation. Write that one down. Write that one down. You don't. Use humor. Use humor to disarm. By the way, don't be condescending in your humor. You guys, there's a difference. It's a tightrope act. Don't be condescending and make people feel bad. Smile, give humor, make a joke, make them laugh. Earl, you saw last night, Earl brought in Bisco and Soroya. How'd I get that name? I got that name, didn't I? Soroya. And brought them in, and they were giving them like a hard time at the front desk. Well, you got to sign in, you got to sign a waiver, and usually it's $20 to go up. And then there was like a weird vibe. They're all like, oh, damn, I'm just like wanting to come. It was just too much of a weird vibe and it was Earl's guest that he was bringing. And so then I said something. I said, Brandon, this was Bisco. I said, Brandon, just sign that thing because Brandon's like really in shape. Brandon, just sign that thing because they're worried that you're going to go up and slip on a dumbbell and fall and hit your head. Then you go sue Jerry Jones. So just sign that. Let's get on up there. And then everybody started laughing. You understand? And I completely broke the tension. And everybody starts laughing and carrying on. And then it was over. And then we're up the stairs. So I'm just saying, use humor. Use your posture. It's your posture when you're talking to people. That gives you your brand, because you're your personal brand that you represent. You're the CEO of your own company. And then, of course, you also represent the Herbalife brand. So give it a good rep. Give it a good name. Have a great posture about yourself. Be funny. Be attractive. You understand? And the best way to be attractive is through, your posture, your physical fitness, the way that you look, the smile like Celeste. Practice your smiling. I mean, I've had to do that, man. I've had to practice my smiling. I practice it after you drive and you're in traffic and whatever. So I sit in the parking lot for 5 minutes and I decompress for a minute, And then before I get out, and I got all these bags because I got my boxing bag, my other bag, and then my water bottle bag. And I got all this stuff. It's like I'm going camping. I'm like, geez, I'm fatigued before I even get in the gym. Before I open that door, I'm like, all right, come on, smile. And then every time I walk in, people are like, hey, Glenn. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? You guys got me? That's all. And you just got to keep doing that. And then, of course, the last one, number 6, lead from the front, plan of action, consistent daily method of operation, and fine-tune, celebrate, and fix along the way, rinse and repeat. Half a dozen things that make the majority of the difference. Recap. Use the products. Use and abuse. Wear the brand. Wear it. Spill it on yourself. Wear nice things. Nice hats. Look attractive is what I'm trying to say. Look attractive because you're the billboard for your own corporation, for your own business. Talk to people. There's a way to talk and there's a way to talk. There's a way to communicate and there's a way to communicate. Okay? Have some humor. Don't get caught in conversations that bring you down a rabbit hole. Okay? And learn how to close the sale, by the way, too. Okay? You guys saw my video the other night about that one guy. I just want the shakes. I understand you just want the shakes, but I'm not going to just sell you the shakes. You need to lose 50 pounds. You got high blood pressure. You got all these other problems. You want the shakes? Go get them from somebody else. Sorry. You're going to at least need shake tea an hour if I'm going to be your coach. And then smile. Because that's the way it is. That's the way it is in my world, baby. I want you to get results. It's important for me for you to get results. I'm not just selling you products. I ain't GNC. I didn't say that, but that's the point. So that's number 3. Talk. There's a way to talk. There's a way not to talk or whatever. Training, support, training, education, support, and inspiration. You got to have it. If you don't got it, then guess what? You ain't going to make a lot of money. You ain't going to build a significant business. Everybody want to build a significant, ask your people, you want to build a significant business part-time? They're going to say yes. You want to build a significant business full-time? They're going to say yes, depending on which category. Okay, here's what you need to do. These are a half a dozen things, folks. If you can't even do a half a dozen things to get to $10,000 a month, or $5,000 a month, or $3,000 a month, or $1,500 a month part-time, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Then just use Where Talk and go figure it out. And once you got it figured out, come train me on how you did that. Because I don't know anybody that's figured it out like that. That's a Lone Ranger. You guys follow me? You got to be willing to have those conversations with your people, but with love. And then number 5, personal development, developing the person. Number 6, plan of action, consistent, DMO, leading from the front. That's it. That's it. We're an hour and 15 minutes. Thank y'all for being on. Any final comments? And we're getting off.
Yeah, I just say when you were talking about showing up, that I wanted to give a shout out to Kim, who's on this call tonight. There she is waving. She's kind of hiding off in the corner.
Oh, I see somebody hiding over there.
Yep. She is one of Audrey's new coaches. So she is joining us from Connecticut along with me.
Fantastic, Kim. Congratulations. Let me see. I think we've got about half of her forehead. Maybe next week. Oh, she got brave and she like ducked in there like, oh, there I am. I'm out now.
She is fantastic.
Thank you.
She's been working behind the counter at the Fit Nutrition with Audrey during the day. And,
fantastic.
She's just a great addition to the team.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Kim. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you on the call here tonight. And are you going to be on next week?
Yes.
Oh, good answer. Good answer. And are we going to see your whole face next week? Are you going to develop? Yes. You have 1 week to develop the courage to show your whole face. You know what I mean?
Okay.
1 week to work on it.
Dallas STS this weekend.
Oh, STS this weekend, absolutely, in Dallas and other cities.
And then, Glenn.
Boston.
Go ahead.
Glenn, before we get off, I wanted to also congratulate Taylor for being on the call. She's been at work, but she's down in the corner. She's not on video because of that. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That's right. Taylor's brand new business builder underneath you. Congratulations.
Yeah. So I just want to congratulate her. Sure.
She just came off mute. Hey, Taylor. I think she came off mute. Taylor. Hello, hello. Well, I thought she came off mute. Anyway, Taylor, if you can hear us, congratulations. Welcome to the team.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Yay! Hi! Thank
Yay!
You. Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I tell you what, I saw you in Brandon's picture. You already looked the part.
Oh, I thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations for that. Brandon, get her hooked up with that TR3 site. get her wearing some of those whatever you call them pants, those yoga
Yoga
pants. Whatever. No,
The yoga pants.
What are they?
I don't know what they're called. That's why I was laughing.
Taylor,
I always get them mixed up.
Yes,
what are they called, Taylor? Them pants that girls wear to the gym?
yoga pants or leggings?
Yeah, leggings. That's the
Leggings.
word. Leggings. Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew they weren't like yoga, but you know. Anyway, so leggings. They got some really cool branded Herbalife 24 leggings on that TR3 site, and then and of course a bunch of tank top type jersey, or not jerseys, but tank top, nice material that matches the pants. She starts wearing that stuff, y'all gonna blow up. You're gonna own Texas. Not just you're gonna own Texas.
Yeah,
Cool.
Brandon, you need to be wearing a pair as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta wear the leggings too.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have a
But yes,
contest.
thank you for allowing me to be part of it and allowing me the opportunity. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
We're
Excited. I'm
We're excited. We're excited for you, and we look forward to having you on video next week. Brandon, teach her how to do video by next week.
Oh, I will.
Oh,
Awesome.
I know how to do it. Just like Brandon said, I'm literally like hiding in the office right now.
Oh, I
closing
got
down
you.
the door.
I got you. I got
Otherwise,
you.
I'd be on. But
I
I'm
got
usually off on Tuesdays. Going forward, I'll be off. So I'll make sure on Wednesdays, actually, sorry,
Beautiful.
that I'll be on.
That's fantastic. Wow, I'm excited for you, and I look forward to meeting you here real soon.
You as well. Thank you again.
Awesome.
I'm going to go back to muting it. But thank you,
Okay.
everyone. I appreciate it.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations. So exciting when new people come on and new people are excited. So anyway, anybody else? And then we're out. Anybody else? Good information tonight. Yes, thumbs up. Good information. Okay, guess what? Guess what your job is? Okay, it's the last thing, 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, here's what y'all's job is after the call. I'm going to post a picture of this call because I've already taken a great picture. I'm going to post it on MCL. I need every single one of you to love it and comment on how freaking awesome tonight's call was. And then later tonight, I'm going to post the call live, and I need everybody to love it and then comment on how great the freaking call was, and then tag your people in it and have them listen to it tonight, latest tomorrow morning. You understand? Listen to it. I mean, not listen to it, but watch it. It's important to watch it. You got to see it, not just hear it, see it. You guys follow me? Raise your hand if you're going to follow those instructions. Raise your hand. Pat Turley, I don't see your hand. I'm going to post it on NC. Thank you. Raise that hand. Okay? I solemnly swear. Okay? So there's two posts. I'm going to post the picture first. Everybody love it. Click the love button and comment on how freaking awesome the call was. That's number one. Number two, when I post the video later tonight after it loads, I need you to do the same thing again. Love it. And then comment on it. Guys, that's called fireworks. If we get 2 loves and 0 comments and just a bunch of tags on there, that's nothing. That ain't creating any excitement for anybody. And then all this information is for the people that missed it. They don't even watch it because y'all didn't create enough excitement and promotion for it. You guys got it? Energy breeds energy. Success breeds success. Other people are going to feed off of you guys' energy and excitement. You guys got me? All right. I love y'all. Peace out.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.